Hello, friends. In this episode, we're heading to Elizabeth City, North Carolina. I remember this small East Coast town on the Pasquotank River not being worth a visit 40 years ago, but today it has evolved into a beautiful place to explore and possibly a great spot for you to consider retirement. We'll explore the town, check out some of the sights, and crunch some of the numbers to see if it's worth your consideration. First of all, thank you for joining us on the journey. Renee and I retired a few years ago and began traveling in Mexico, Canada, and the USA. Our most recent series of travel was a 38-week series called Gene and Andrew's Great Adventure. Our grandson, Andrew, and I did an awesome trip across Canada and through several western and midwestern states in the USA. If you haven't watched all of those, go back and check them out after today's episode. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and share our videos. We're trying to grow our channel, and your help in doing so is much appreciated. Elizabeth City, comprised of 12.2 square miles, has a population of around 19,000, while the greater metro area, about 64,000. The town's historic beginnings date back to 1794, when the United States of America was less than 20 years old. Originally called Reading, then Elizabethtown, then Elizabeth City. I would have guessed that the town took its name from Queen Elizabeth I, but I would have assumed incorrectly. And if you were guessing that, you would have assumed incorrectly too. The town was given much of its original land by a local tavern owner, Elizabeth Betsy Tooley, thus the choice to honor her generosity. It's not New York City in regards to things to do, but if you're like us, we prefer a quieter and slower pace of life. There are several trails nearby that are ideal for biking or jogging. There's the expansive Museum of the Albemarle, plus local restaurants, art galleries, and boutique shops, all within an easy walkable area. The town sits at 10 to 12 feet above sea level, so if you're concerned about rising seas due to global warming, this may not be the best option for your forever home. I'm not too worried about that, so we'll keep the option open. If you're a boater, this area certainly has a huge appeal. You can navigate the intercoastal waterway or travel into the Atlantic, where the world lies before you. Since the town lies miles inland from the ocean, with the northern shore of the Outer Banks as a buffer, the town is less subject to the worst effects of any hurricane that travels up the Atlantic coast. As to the cost of living, overall, it's 15 to 16% less expensive than the national average. Food and groceries run about 5% less. Healthcare costs about 29% more. Housing runs about 41% less than the national average. That's where they really shine. Unemployment, around 5.2%. That puts it below the national average. The median age, I was surprised by this, the median age is 32.8. That makes it a little lower than the national average of 38.4. Now, where they don't shine is in the category of crime statistics. Property crime runs about 75% higher than the national average, and violent crime about 40% more than the national average. Not really bad. There are plenty of places that are a lot worse, and if you're looking for a safer area, it will probably cost you. Generally, to get the stats we all want, we would have to pay a lot more than we would want to. It's just a fact of life. If you find utopia, everyone else will want to live there too. The average house in Elizabeth City cost about $220,900. That's $118,000 less than the national average. To get a nice 3-bedroom, 2-bath house, it'll cost you about $250,000 to $275,000. You could spend more, get a bigger house, or spend less and get less of a mortgage, but $275,000 gets you a really nice house. If you feel the need to travel to a larger city for shopping, Chesapeake, Virginia, just across the Virginia state line, is about a 45-minute drive, while Greenville, North Carolina, it's 100 miles away, and that will take you around 1 hour and 45 minutes.
too short to go through it alone. When I met you, you left an open door. I keep checking in to see if you're still home. Wanna be your light, wanna be your home. Ooh, are you home? Ooh, are you there? No one ever see me the way you do, 'cause I never met anyone like you. Look up, the stars align. Now what don't I do be strong all by myself? You said it's okay to ask for help, and God, I found you now. Don't know why you keep letting me in, 'cause I'd be terrified to let someone else win. Over my heart to say it out loud, that I need you always by my side. Ooh, are you home? Ooh, are you there? No one ever see me the way you do, 'cause I never met anyone like you. Look up, the stars align.
Thank you for exploring Elizabeth City, North Carolina with us today. Don't forget, hit the like button and subscribe. Our adventures are so much better because you're on the journey with us. Be sure to catch up on any episodes that you might have missed. As always, have an amazing week, my friend.